Hey guys, I'm Toby Cavalli, Vlog Fishing Guide here in central Minnesota. If you're looking for the perfect jig that slays walleyes, this is it, the Mission Tackle Walleye Slayer Jig. Here's what I love about this jig. The flash foil hologram finish makes this thing pop in the sun, comes in multiple colors, super sharp mustad hook. It's got the wire keeper barb for plastics or a bait like a night crawler or a leech where you can pin it up a little farther. This bait is super universal. It can be used under a bobber on the smaller sizes. It can be used with plastics, split tails, paddle tails, your favorite plastics to rip through weeds. Of course, you can use it for live bait like a red tail, creek chub, or even a shiner minnow. Here are two ways that I like to utilize the Walleye Slayer jig. First, with live bait. Simple jig and a minnow. Here we have a shiner minnow, lively bugger. You can see that. If I want to use it as a live bait, I'm going to pitch it out or troll the jig, lip hooked. And this bait will stay alive on the jig. You can see that. Weight, appropriate weight, 1/8 to 5/8, depending on the depth of water and the speed that I'm moving. I'm going to let this bait just ride above the bottom. Works perfect, nice wide gap on that mustad hook. If I'm gonna snap jig a live bait, sometimes they're fussy, they need to be tricked. I'm gonna go a little deeper, up through the skull. Again, plenty of hook gap for that presentation. And when the fish are biting and I'm in weeds and I don't wanna go through all the bait, of course we have the option of plastics. Look at that beautiful paint finish, shiny with a plastic. That's a paddle tail. This is a 5/8. Works great for open water casting to suspended walleyes or walleyes in the weeds. Now let's go to the front of the boat and let me show you how I work these two presentations. So two systems, two presentations. Here's what we like to do. First with this minnow, again, I have it hooked through the lip, so it's a lively shiner minnow. Monofilament line, I have 6-pound line, medium light rod, extra fast tip. This is a typical walleye spin cast reel. With this jig, it's heavy enough that I can slip drift or back troll with a live bait. So this is a shiner. I'm just gonna toss this jig out there, find the bottom, hold that up, move the boat as a drift or a troll. I'm moving the boat, just holding that shiner off the bottom. And with the plastics, now we have to be more aggressive. We have to create the presentation with plastics. So what I have rigged up for this is braid. This happens to be 10-pound suffix and a little bit heavier fluorocarbon leader. Not a lot of stretch in this, but that's okay. That's the way we like it, because when I jig this plastic with the Walleye Slayer jig, it's gonna move to the same cadence as my rod tip. Little stiffer rod, 7-foot medium rod with a fast tip, not extra fast. With this guy out there now, I'm gonna throw it through the weeds, through the rocks, through the sand, get it to the bottom, let it fall, and just start snapping that jig all the way back. And every time I do that, the Walleye Slayer jig, the flash finish with the sun, the light is gonna put a lot of vibration out, a lot of flash in the water, and this paddle tail will do the job, just a deadly combination. And I'm working that all the way through the weeds while anchored, while drifting, or even a slow troll as you're working your favorite structure. Those are two ways that I like to fish the Walleye Slayer jig for Mission Tackle.